You're going to want to watch this video before the full moon because big things are coming. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And a couple times a month, I like to share cosmic energy readings in which I weave together astrology, intuition, oracle readings, and come up with a blueprint or a guidebook for getting the most out of the energy of this lunar cycle. This month, along with the intense energy we've been having, we also have our second eclipse of the month, a partial lunar eclipse with a full moon in Taurus during Scorpio season, and so things are staying interesting, to put it mildly. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the energy of this full moon that's coming, the energy of the lunar eclipse, and what we can expect, what we should be cautious of, mindful of. I'm going to offer a mantra for you to repeat to get through the turbulence. We're going to end with a couple journal prompts and a card pull, so stay tuned until the end. I want to talk firstly about the 2 weeks in between eclipses this month and how intensely this energy has affected us. Today's video is sponsored by my high vibrational jewelry line, Alchemy by LA. I create these beautiful talismans engraved with the Hebrew codes of creation, each one enhancing and manifesting the will of its wearer. Right here, I am wearing the mini amulet, balancing, and solid gold. This one is sterling silver, coated in 18 karat yellow gold. This is solid 18 karat yellow gold. This is the original size balancing amulet. The way that you use my beautiful little pieces of artwork is you choose one, hi Jupiter, you choose one that most closely aligns with what you need in your life right now, whether it be manifesting wealth or love or health or balance, peace of mind, fertility, creativity, protection, a boost or reorientation of your energy. And then you choose if you want it in a mini or an original large size. And when you get it, you set your intention as you put your necklace on. We give you instructions with how to do that. It's going to carry your intention. It's going to empower you. These are engraved with the codes of creation, 3 Hebrew letters that enhance the will of its wearer and deflect any evil eye or negative energy away from you. And because I am sponsoring my own video today, I talked to the team and we are giving you a 15% discount on your entire order, even solid gold. Just use the code LUNAR at checkout or use the code in the description below. This promotion ends on the 30th at 11:59 p.m. and we always sell out during our promotion. So if you've been dreaming of getting your own amulet, maybe as a gift for somebody for the holidays or a gift for yourself, right now is a really good time to do it. This is the biggest sale that we do throughout the year, so make sure to grab it before the holidays. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting woman-owned businesses. Thank you for your business. I appreciate you so much. Now pretend that the outfit didn't change. Just act cool, guys, and let's get back into the video. So we're currently in the time between 2 eclipses, our annular eclipse earlier this month and our partial lunar eclipse coming up on the 28th. This time in between eclipses especially will show us and amplify to us everything that's been out of alignment both within us and in the world at large. And if we're able to find a way to peacefully come back into alignment, then this is the goal of the time right now. If we can't, if we're not aware of how to come back into alignment, the eclipse energy will most likely force things very quickly to start moving back into alignment. So we can either breathe with it, embody what's the changes that are coming, or we fight against it and resist and have a harder time. The good news is that if we allow this alignment, it's going to really enhance our energy and our life and bring us into a more optimal timeline, because alignment is where we want to be. And these eclipses are a call to bring our focus to all the places in which we were misaligned and come back into that alignment. The full moon is exact on October 28th at 1:24 p.m. Pacific. The partial lunar eclipse is about 1:15 p.m. Pacific. The eclipse is going to be visible in any location in Asia, Russia, Africa, the Americas, Europe, basically everywhere where the moon is going to be above the horizon at the time. So I don't think it's going to be visible in Los Angeles due to the time, but it might be in the East Coast. Definitely check on that. We'll be feeling the eclipse energy from about 4 to 5 days before the eclipse and the full moon. And of course, we've been feeling it since the annular eclipse at the beginning of the month, right? But we're going to feel it more intensely, lasting 2 weeks after at least. You're gonna have plenty of time to integrate and process what it's bringing to you. Now, full moons, as we know, are intense moments in our lunar cycle. The eclipse energy always amplifies and heightens the intensity. So as we might well know by now, full moons are times of completion, of wholeness, of cycles coming into fulfillment, and also of light bringing the truth to the surface, revealing what was hidden before. And with it, all of our shadows rise to the top as well. That's why full moons are such emotionally heightened times. The tides within us are being pulled upwards, just like the tides of the ocean, and things could get tense, especially when the stark light of the full moon shines on the darkness of our consciousness. That's when our shadows really come out to play, our triggers, right? I love full moon shadow play, right? It's difficult, it's intense, it's uncomfortable, but letting your triggers come to the surface so that you can befriend your demons allows you to become a more whole person. So welcome the emotions, welcome the tides, don't hide from anything, don't be afraid, it's all from above. Just a reminder that with high emotions, conversations with those closest to us could become really intense. This is going to be a really good time to reflect on how you communicate before you lash out. Without reflecting on your communication, you might act out from your shadow side, from your wounded child. Think about how you express yourself, and especially how you speak when you feel unheard, misunderstood, and angry. Is there perhaps a better way to express and communicate? Are you holding your breath when you get worked up? Can you bring your breath back to the conversation? So we're in Scorpio season during this full moon, and so with the Scorpion sun, a light will be further cast on the unseen, on the hidden, on the mystery. Full moon illumination usually brings things to light. You can expect more of that right now. Things that were once hidden coming into plain sight, both within you and of course in the external world. Collective attention might be focused on unearthing hidden knowledge, especially in relation to spiritual manners, to foreign affairs. Thank you to our upstairs neighbor. This would not be a full moon reading without everything shaking. So I thank you and I bless you. You're gonna feel a yearning throughout this time to explore the world more, not necessarily as in travel, but to learn more. And even more, you might feel a calling to explore your inner world. So for some, I feel that plant medicine might be calling right now. If you answer that call, it's sure to be an extremely transformative experience. Transformation is not always rainbows and butterflies. Often it's the complete opposite. So just be discerning and cautious of where you are in your life and if that's the right move for you right now. In the world right now, we're currently seeing an increase in discussion around our ethics, our beliefs, legal matters. Expect this to continue throughout the month and throughout the full moon. It's not going away anytime soon. There's going to be more opportunities to come together with people, either virtually or physically, to discuss these issues and to discuss issues that are currently affecting all of humankind. And we're encouraged now to revisit the past, to not forget the past, and to try to make better decisions for the future based on that past. During these communications, you might desire to express your ideas around topics that you feel really strongly about with a lot of passion. As they have been, heated discussions on societal beliefs and values will continue to arise. This is a good thing, as long as we can just prioritize loving communication with the goal of understanding one another better. This is not leading to anything bad on an individual level, not on a big level, not on the level of governments and systems, on a one-on-one level, me and you. Can we have a conversation and speak with our hearts and be like, okay, let me understand where you're coming from and I'm going to understand where you're coming from. And I know that this sounds really specific to what's happening in the world right now, but there could very well be something new being presented to us. It might be something other than the horrific, literal verge of World War III that we're on, or it could be just that, right? Not just that, but it could be that we're just continuing this. We're gonna have to see. One possibility that might be related actually to everything that's currently happening is some sort of surprise or change that will pop up in the collective consciousness around financial matters. And this will be a fast change. Something that might have taken a while before is actually really speeding up, especially in relation to the world at large. Jupiter's agreeing. It's okay, baby. This could be something to do with stocks or the world economy, some sort of really surprising shift. However, on an individual level, I also see an improvement in our finances, an improvement in shared resources, and an improvement in home life altogether, which I know we all love to hear. I do see this happening more on an individual level rather than a collective level. During this time of heightened emotions and general chaos, we're being called to find a balance between the way that we communicate practically and also exploring what we truly believe. So this could look like maybe you and your friend group have a mix of spiritual and religious beliefs, and some conversations around ethics arise with the full moon. Remember that as you communicate, you want to choose harmony, to choose practicality, and to hold a space of open and loving communication. That's the only way any change can occur. You might be exploring new spiritual beliefs yourself, or maybe you've come across some new ideas that are challenging your previous understanding of the way that you've lived your life until now. Maybe you're thinking that veganism isn't for you, or the carnivore diet no longer is for you, or maybe you're going through some sort of awakening. And you might feel like you really want to express yourself very passionately about what you're experiencing. It's important to take a breather before you try and communicate your feelings around any of these hidden topics. Find a balance by taking some time for yourself, explore these new beliefs, live in them for a little bit, and then explain them to your loved ones and to the people you want to have these conversations with in a really simple way. Now, this is very specific, but I feel like someone needs to hear it. You may have had an intense plant medicine experience and you want to share what you've learned with the world. It might not be plant medicine, it might be also a Kundalini awakening or some sort of awakening, a burst of insight, and you're just filled with the passion to tell everybody about it. But there's a need for some patience as you find balance and grounding in your experience first. If you do that, your message will become more practical, it'll be digested more easily, and it will actually help people. And lastly, a 6-month cycle that began in April of this year is ending with this eclipse. What came up for you since April? What have you been working on? What have you been focusing on? What cycle is ending for you? Now, what's encouraged during this time? Take it easy, choose simplicity over complexity. Clean up your space, make your space a place you love to come home to, make it your sanctuary. Spend time in nature, especially grounding yourself. Return to the cosmic mother. Spend time in a garden or with your hands in some dirt. Say yes to adventure and say yes to exciting new opportunity. Things that I'd like you to be mindful of is overindulgence right now, especially on too much alcohol or any sort of dangerous drugs. Please stay clear at least for around the 28th. Also, overly focusing on negativity. It's going to be easy to choose the negative perspective. Choose not to do it. It might be a little bit harder. Choose it anyways. Now, the mantra that I've been repeating, and it's been giving me a lot of perspective and peace, I encourage you to adopt as well. It's inspired by Magic of I Journal, and the mantra is I rise above the polarity. And now I'd like to share with you some journal prompts that will help you work through this energy that's being presented. Number 1 is when you have an emotionally charged conversation, what are the emotions that arise? And where do you think they come from? Just explore that. Number 2, reflect on the mantra, I rise above the polarity. What does this mean to you and how can you embody it in your daily life? And number 3, what would you like the next 6 months of your life to look like now that you've ended a 6-month karmic cycle? I'll write those down below for you. And now, instead of a card pull today, I actually want to read to you an entry I read from my book this morning. This is a book I open to a random page each day for inspiration and for guidance. And today's section is I feel is the exact advice we need for this time. So it's called Listening. For deepening your relationships, there are few skills so valuable as the ability to listen calmly and attentively to opinions contrary to your own. Normally, we find such listening extremely difficult. Although we consider ourselves adults, deep down, most of us still think that every opinion we hold is the ultimate truth. We may appear to be listening, but in our hearts we are thinking, that's not what I think, so how can it possibly be true? In psychological terms, we're identifying ourselves with our opinions. We think that we are our opinions. How many marriages are broken because of this? How many friendships? How many countries go to war and sacrifice thousands of innocent lives on this one wrong identification? Through meditation, which enables you to gain detachment, you can make the marvelous discovery that you are not your opinions. You will be able to listen to your opposition with genuine respect and sympathy, yet not get intimidated. That was beautiful for today. I want you to expect expansion, transformation, and luck for this full moon. The intensity is definitely there, so take it easy. Choose this simple option, make home a sanctuary, find joy in every moment, take nothing for granted, and remember that awareness of what's coming really allows us to navigate these cosmic events much more gratefully. Leave a comment to let me know how the energy is already showing up in your life, how you're seeing it, how you're interpreting it, and leave a like if you want more cosmic energy readings. I love you so much, and as always, thank you so much for spending time with me. Till next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.